There's a legacy within GE that dates back to the earliest days of the company. It's a history marked by hard work, innovation, and resilience. Some people are well known, while others toiled in the shadows. But each person you'll meet played a part in creating the GE we have today.
I grew up in Topeka, Kansas. I went to school with Linda Brown versus the Board of Education. It was really the first civil rights legislation. In 1964, I went to the March on Washington. I was a part of a sit-in at our campus protesting unfair housing. I felt that you can personally make a difference if you feel you're right, if you're right. I graduated from the University of Kansas. At that time, I had about 10,000 students. There were probably 200 black students on campus. In my graduating class in engineering, there was one, me. I came to work directly for GE in 1966 at a plant called Euclid Lamp, which is downtown Cleveland, as a quality engineer. And I was the first black exempt in the plant. The opportunity that GE presented was an opportunity to get into management quicker than I could as an engineer working at some of the aerospace companies, and that's what attracted me to GE. As far as minorities in executive positions in GE, the numbers were very limited. I wrote a letter to Jack Welch, and the reason was sort of frustration. We had great programs working, but the reality of people moving up in the workforce was not true. This letter said that the status of African American professionals and managers in GE is at an all-time low. And it's a situation that demands your personal attention. So I just, if he doesn't like it and fires me, well, that's so be it. That's it. I felt compelled, if I'm going to have integrity in what I'm selling, that I've got to say something about it. Either that or I can't do this job. Okay, so I felt I had to bring this to his attention with the thought that he was going to make a difference. Welch threw out the challenge. What are you going to do? Don't tell me what I need to do. Tell me what you're going to do. And so the black people there took that as a challenge and said, we'll do something about this. Went out and met with different groups of people at the various locations, and then started the AAF.
In the late 80s, there was a clear focus that we needed to change. So Jack sponsored a workout in Fairfield, Connecticut to discuss what's working, what's not. We went to that meeting and had a lively debate, back and forth about diversity.
Jack really was very supportive, but also very challenging in saying, hey, you guys are the senior African Americans representing your groups. What have you individually done?
So when we left that meeting, we talked about it, and the decision was made that if he ever asked us that again, we'd have an answer for him. And the answer was going to be a self-help group called the African American Forum.
I think the early beginnings of AAF were very exciting. We felt like we were being a part of something that was bigger than all of us individually, in that if we got it right, would help both the other African Americans in the company, but also the company itself.
We went about recruiting the best diverse talent that was out there. In about 2 or 3 years, we wound up with the most diverse leadership team in the corporation, so it was a lot of fun.
Affinity groups have changed the face and the diversity of the company. I think it's made it a broader, more rich talent pipeline. And quite frankly, it adds to the experience of leading a business, leading people, and being successful in doing that.
We had the opportunity to help people coming along to understand what it meant to be successful in this environment.
There is nothing in corporate America like the AAF. It creates a sense of connectedness like nothing I've ever seen. If I can look up and see people who look like me, who have been successful in this company, then I know that I can be successful. I'm not the only one anymore, and that feels terrific.
The AAF was not just about making it better for us and for those around us at the moment. It was about how do we create a better environment for those who are going to come after us.
We are where we are today because of all those who have gone before us and on whose shoulders we stand. And those who come after us will continue to build upon our rich legacy at General Electric.
There are people working here at GE for the last 10, 15 years. They don't know what GE's like without the AAF. And it means that it now is a part of the fabric and the culture of GE, which means it's a different GE.
I have no doubt that the legacy for AAF will get better, broader, and spread into areas that I never even could imagine.
History is always a wonderful teacher, and history can be inspirational. And as much as we can teach our children and the people who come behind us what African Americans have achieved, then you don't feel so alone. You don't feel like you're the first, you're the only. You know that people have gone before you and that you can make it.